Hello, you are welcome to the Jenny Show. Please subscribe, share, and like for me. On today's show, we have again with us Mrs. Edith Agbemasho. She's going to talk to us about the dangers of drug abuse amongst our youth today. Let's go over to her and then we'll talk some more when we get back.
AJ, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to talk about drug abuse in our society, especially in Ghana here. It's a very important and timely topic. Drug abuse is a significant concern in many societies around the world, including Ghana. I'm going to give you some of the key points to consider when we talk about drug abuse, the cause of drug abuse itself. One, I'll talk about peer pressure. Peer pressure is the young people may be influenced by their friends to try any other drugs. And stress and anxiety also can cause some individuals may tend to drug as a way of cope with stress, anxiety, or any mental health issues. They think when they take it, all this stress or the worries I'm going through will be over. Some children are in school because of stress, peer pressure. They think when they take this drug or when they test it, then I'm free. Some people, when they take it, they'll be able to sleep because the stress and things that they are going through, they cannot sleep. So after taking it, then they are okay. But forgetting that the next day you wake up, the problem is still there. Lack of education also. When you are lacking, we are not able to educate. When our youth are limited knowledge, we don't talk about it. We don't teach them what can the drug do to you, and if you are taking it, the implications you go through. All these things, we have to talk about it to the youth. The danger you go through. Poverty and unemployment. Poverty and unemployment can greatly contribute to drug abuse. Economic hardship can lead to some individuals to seek for escape through substance abuse. All these things, it can lead to drug abuse. These are some of the issues that we need to be talking about it with our children, especially children that are going to SS and university, senior high school. They are not with their parents, they are alone, and a lot of things has been going on into their dormitory. When they go to prep, all those things have been happening. But unfortunately, the teachers also, they are not observant to know the children very well. When a child comes to school, the attitude and everything, house teachers, they should be able to monitor these children very well, to know their attitude, to know how they behave. So when the child starts changing, when the child is start behaving some way, you should be able to identify those things and ask the child what is going on, or find out what the child is doing. And secondly, our parents also, mothers especially, guardians, when they just go with the kids to the school and leave them there, they will not even check up when it's time for visiting. Some parents even don't go. So you don't know how your child's state is. You don't know what is wrong with the child. Even if the child wanted to say something to somebody and he or she trusts the mother or the father, and they are not going to the visiting, how will the child confide in someone? How will the child do that? So parents also contribute to these things. Apart from all those peer pressures and everything, parents have to be serious with their children. Going to visiting, when you go to visiting, you have to check your child. Know how your child behaves. You have to, as a parent, you have to be a little bit psychologist. Since you are with the child since infancy, and the child is growing, and the child is behaving some way, you should be able to identify, you should be able to know that this child is changing, what is going on. And if you do that, you will be able to save your child before even your child will go to the SS, senior high school or university. You should sit the child down and let them know where they are going, what is in the world, what are they going to face, so they should be aware. That is awareness. Now let them understand the risks involved, of taking those drugs, the consequences, so that they can make a good choice. And let them confide in you, let them trust you, so that whenever they are going through any problem, they can seek help from you, not in any other friend, not in any other way. They will think, if I tell my parents no, he or she is going to do this or that. But if I tell, they will say, if I tell my parents, or if I tell my mother or father, I will have help. Let the children have confidence in you before going to school. When they are in the adolescent age, they mostly use alcohol and tramadol and all those things. So when the child is about 15 years, 14, 15 to 18 years, this is a crucial moment for these children. And you need to get closer and closer to them and let them know the implications, the consequences, the health risks involved of all those things, so that if they are making choices or if they are doing something, they should know. When they are in their adolescence, a lot of things happen to them. Some too, it's not peer pressure or anything. No, they just have the desire to test it because people are doing it. So let me also do it and see. And if you are not careful, just testing it, it will land you into psychiatric hospital. There are a lot of people that are in psychiatric hospital now because of this drug abuse. About 50% or maybe more, it can be drug abuse. How to help our children now is in our hands. Not only the parents, the teachers, the churches, all of us, we need to help them by education. They said education is the key. So when we educate them properly, knowing the implications, knowing the consequences, knowing the health problems that you will go, it lies in our hands now how we want our children to be in future. It is not only the teachers, the parents, the churches, and the whole society. We have to come together, educate them well. They should know the health problem, the implications, losing your future, losing everything, because when you are in the psychiatric hospital, you don't have a future. So they have to know it lies in our hands to do a proper education for them. Thank you so much, AJ. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. They say if you always defend your children's mistakes, one day you will hire a lawyer to defend their crimes. But if you discipline them, and discipline is not child abuse. Discipline is not child abuse. So if you always defend your children's mistake, one day you will hire a lawyer to defend their crimes. So discipline your children.
You are welcome back. That was Mrs. Edith Agbemasho talking to us about the dangers of drug abuse, how it starts, and where it is likely to lead you to. Let us do well to stay away from drugs. And the young ones coming up, listen to your parents. I believe they know better. They've been around longer than you, and they've seen a lot. They've seen more than you. Do well to stay away from friends who encourage you to do bad things. Stay away from friends who encourage you to do things that are not in order. Don't be pressured by your peers. Sometimes people who pressure you or your peers who pressure you into doing things like this are facing personal problems in their homes or anywhere else, and they will not tell you. They will rather come and project this kind of things on you, and then you also follow up and then do things like this. Learn to say no to things you don't like. Learn to say no to societal pressure. Learn to say no to unnecessary pressure. This has been the Jenny Show. Your comments are welcome, and please do well to subscribe, share, and like for me. Thank you.